What's up, Juventini? Well, Nico Skira says it's going to be a big day for Juve. Get ready for some bombs. Jadon Sancho, Juve's pushing forward. What does this mean for Chico Conceicao? We'll look at the details there. Jonathan David gives his yes to Juve. It's green lighted. What is the last hurdle? We'll go through it. And Juve re-enters a race for a defender many of us want to see signed. We'll go through that. And Tether, their shares increase. What do they want now? And who's set to start against Man City tomorrow at the Club World Cup? We're going to go through all of this together right now. I'm Berto, this is the AJC, your channel dedicated to Juventus. It's June 25th. Let's rock with the news, and we're going to kick things off with the Imbangula Wea move. That seemed to be all but done and very close, just waiting for Wea's agreement. Well, today, Mirko Di Natale claims they're waiting for both Wea and Imbangula's agreements. Neither has an agreement with Nottingham Forest at the moment. When it comes to Wea, he's looking for his salary to double. When it comes for total price and value, 30 million euros is what Juve wants to see out of this move, but they're willing to accept 23 million euros for the budget and to roll things along. So let's see, but still waiting for players' agreements on this one. Meanwhile, when it comes to a young defender many of us want to see signed, Juve has re-entered the race for Leoni, and it's being reported that Juve could keep him on loan next season at Parma, despite picking him up this season, and it's something that Parma likes. This doesn't make sense on two reasons why. Number one, Milan and Inter are very much interested in the defender. The defender probably wants to move to one of our clubs, Milan, Inter, or Juve, if we pick him up. So keeping him there on loan might not be enticing for the player. Sure, Parma would like it, but the player probably won't. And the other that doesn't make sense, Juve needs center back help going into next season. So to sign one and keep him there doesn't make a whole lot of sense unless you have a bigger name in your pocket, which we have not heard of up until this point. But I'm happy to hear that Juve has re-entered the race for Leoni. I'd love to see him signed. Let's see what goes down. Meanwhile, Juve pushing forward for Jadon Sancho, and apparently Sancho has green-lighted the move to Juventus. Now we are waiting for negotiations between Juventus and Manchester United. But apparently it's all green-lighted, despite the fact that Juve has offered up a significantly less salary than Fenerbahce has offered to the player. When it comes to Sancho, many feel like it's Sancho or Chico, and a lot of Juventini saying just retain Chico. Is Chico affected by this potential move? No. The plan for Juve is still to retain Chico Conceicao, but they keep trying to talk Porto down from the 30 million euro release clause. Look, I don't think that's going to happen. It either comes down to signing him or not. Just retain Chico. Igor Tudor speaks so highly of him all the time, and he's putting in really good shifts. Just keep Chico Conceicao. For me, I've always been in favor of retaining him. When it comes to Sancho, I've got question marks, big question marks, and I could see some fans being enticed at the fact that it might only be 25 million euros. However, we've got a very young squad, and I think we got to be very picky with the characters we bring in. And I have question marks around the character of Sancho and if it's a smart move to bring him in to this young side. However, let's see. It appears Juve is pushing forward. Meanwhile, when it comes at striker, Jonathan David has given his yes. He wants to play in Italy and he wants to play for Juve. It is green lighted according to the reports. Alfredo Pedula claims that he has also okayed the salary at 6 million with either 1 or 2 million in bonuses to make up the difference of what he wants to see. And the last hurdle is the agent fees, but apparently there the agents are unwilling to budge and are looking for 15 million euros. Juve apparently okay with going to 10. Something's gonna have to give, but it is extremely close. We could have our very first Canadian player to ever play for Juventus. Let's see what happens with Jonathan David. But well, the plan apparently has been for some time now, Jonathan David and Kolo Muani. After David is signed, the plan is to retain Kolo Muani. Despite any other interest, apparently it doesn't matter because Kolo Muani wants Juventus. PSG wants 45 million euros. So sign David, and then the focus shifts to retaining Kolo Muani. Let's see. Meanwhile, Tether, they raised their shares to 10.7%. They're now looking for a seat at the board of directors at Juventus. This is something Juve definitely has to welcome. These guys are very willing and they're adamant about helping recapitalize Juventus. It's silly to say no, but meetings are to follow according to the latest reports. Meanwhile, we've got our next game tomorrow. We're going to be live 8:30 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, getting you hyped up for the game. It's Man City, our last group stage game, and it will determine who finishes in top spot in our group. Now, for Vlahovic and Locatelli, Fabiana Della Valle claims that both are set to start against City. I believe Loca, if he's fit, will start. But Vlahovic, I do not believe will start. It will be Kolo Muani. For Gatti, still uncertainty. If he should be able to make the starting lineup, it's Lloyd Kelly he would be replacing. Let's see, everybody. But that's your news break. You know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our AJC Army. But my favorite part, I want to hear from all of you. What do you think about today's news? Let's mix it up in the comments. And I want to see you all tomorrow morning for the live show. Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.